Okay. We have the fire department here, Mr. Runner. And I think you're here to probably discuss and execute another contract.
That's correct. We dropped off the contract a month ago. And I haven't heard anything bad about it, so I'm here to...
Mike, you were talking kind of bad about it.
Based on the dates that were on there, we've already paid you, and we don't want to pay anything this year.
I guess since we've already remunerated you for those dates, we're set.
That's right.
Yeah, those are the only changes we've had. I had,
That's the agreement.
yeah, and improving of it. So again, you guys got copies. Did you have any comments?
No, I personally don't have any problem. Slight increase in it, but I think that we all expected that.
Matches with their we have our fiscal year budgets.
Like said, I'll make a motion to approve the agreement as presented and modified. And service records, all folks have to sign it.
Okay. I'll second.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Well, while we're signing those, I'd just like to thank the fire department for the cooperation and the good service that you guys have provided. And I think the board is very pleased with the progress we're making.
Thank you. That's the truth.
And
Have a good team.
you know, many was probably about 8 years ago or so. We asked us what we wanted to concentrate on is staffing and invest in people. And you guys have really done that. Really stepped up and done that. And I know the work on the addition was a big step towards doing that as well.
Thank you, gentlemen. Another year. Continue on. Thank you.
So we look forward to another year.
Thank you, John. And like I said, I'll relay that to the troops, but you know, for me, it's really an honor to serve with these people because they do a fantastic job for our community. And I always, when I first joined the department, I wanted to know who would be coming for me. And I can quickly say today that they need that confidence on easy. Hopefully we can continue on and continue building and take care of our township as we know it.
And I just also, Emmerich wanted me to relay his thanks for working with him. And he wants, the road department, just let him know what we can do to keep everything going on an even keel like we've been doing. And, I think the cooperation between the road department and the fire department on some of these storms we've had just really has been an asset to the township.
It works out pretty good because the first thing we're doing is coordinating these. We're usually handling the wires down with primary lines, just off the symmetries, and the road department handles the ones where they can clear them. So it really, for both work together to achieve the objective of protecting our community. Because if you can't get somewhere and you have a fire, that's a problem, or a rescue call and we can't get to them. That's a severe issue. So the road department works very hard to keep our roadways open for the emergency.
Gentlemen, anything else?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, everybody in the township should be commended. Everybody's in the fire department, the office staff, the road department, everybody working as a team together. It's good to see that you have everybody, understanding what the true objective of their jobs are and all doing it together. So you're all to be commended.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank the township trustees for their support, you and the township people for supporting us financially. Thank you.
Okay. With that, we're going to go over to Mr. Kavanaugh.
Just a couple of things. One is, we had recurring light bulb problems at Town Hall over here. We ended up replacing a fixture or two and found a couple of water leaks and things like that. Rather than changing light bulb every 2 weeks, we updated that to more heavy-duty fixture. The other thing is the walkthrough at former Casey property, township property, and parkings. No mention this year of, probably since we've been more active up there, there's no mention of four-wheelers and recreational vehicles and whatnot traversing the property. New construction was noted by the walkthrough. Of course, we've been updating them every step of the way to do some stuff up there. Continue to do that.
Came off the June.
Keep Karen was out too. She's insuring all this. In fact, I didn't make this one, but I did make the one 2 days later. Yeah, property here on Bell Road, so pretty familiar with the work they do, what they said.
Okay.
So pretty much a solid grasp on what we're doing, the building, everything else.
Well, yeah, there's less notation of things going on that don't fit the conservancy's plans, probably because of what we're doing at the rest of the property. So this might be the first walkthrough where that wasn't mentioned.
No.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything.
They're gonna do this every 6 months. And I'm thinking last fall, I think this might be the first one, maybe the second one. Dollar signs, remember that's when we put all the signs up after the last time. Conserved land, and that wasn't for commercial use, so that's it. That's all I know.
Michael?
Okay. We'll go over the resolutions.
Okay. You want to do that later, or you want to do that now?
Your call.
No, it's fine.
All right. We got a letter from Irwin Ruffle. So, Township Reps. After hearing the OTA Board of Directors member Linda Bowers speak at the GTA meeting in November, Bob Weisdack and I discussed some suggestions she made in relation to the OTA. She stated the OTA would support suggestions made by a county group of townships. The attachment is a model resolution in opposition to the new sewage and treatment system rules. As Secretary of the HDAC, I would like to ask the township support in opposition to these rules, and I'm asking you to have your board pass this model resolution. We've always supported Bob Weisdack and his group. Extremely strong proponents of the way we do septic systems in Ohio now, and specifically in Geauga County, the operation of them. Pass rate is in the 90 percentile at the home exchanges. So the way we've been doing it has been working well for us. There's been some new regulations they've been trying to pass, and I'm sure it's being pushed somewhat by the people that make these newer systems, which are in the $20,000 to $30,000 range. Bob's been, again, fighting these things. So I'll read the resolution. It says, whereas the state of Ohio will be receiving fees created by the new sewage treatment system rules, total Ohio tax revenue is projected to be $17.6 billion. While at the same time, the available funding for local governments has been exhausted due to Ohio funding cuts. Whereas the state of Ohio has used disputed evidence of a subjective nature as its primary justification of the new sewage treatment system rules. Whereas the Ohio General Assembly rescinded the Ohio Administrative Code, Chapter 3701-29, Household Sewage Treatment Rules in 2007, based on the burdensome nature and lack of consideration for economic feasibility. Whereas the definition of the Ohio Revised Code 3718-011 of the Public Health Nuisance was modified in 2010 to a more stringent definition and to be the standard for all residencies that have existing household sewage treatment systems. Whereas there have not been any reported widespread epidemics or outbreaks of groundwater sources locally involving pathogens such as hepatitis A, Shigella, E. coli, 0157, typically associated with sewage or fluid. Whereas there are minimal considerations of nitrates, indicative of malfunctioning household sewage systems in Ohio's aquifers. Whereas all existing household sewage treatment systems will be required to have an operational maintenance contract, which requires all sewage systems to be evaluated. Whereas the local health department will be authorized to conduct inspections of household sewage treatment systems without prior home notification. Whereas excessive fines and legal action will be administered to homeowners who fail to comply with the new sewage treatment system rules. Whereas the proposed sewage treatment system rules will ultimately burden homeowners with greater costs and increased anxiety over the undocumented public health issue. Whereas the average cost of replacement household sewage treatment system could average between $20,000 and $30,000, which creates an economic hardship for homeowners and may not be feasible for the average homeowner in Jackson County. Whereas a significant portion of Jackson County homeowners are fixed incomes and would face additional economic hardships if they were required to install new household sewage treatment systems. Whereas there was not a vote by a citizens group of Ohio nor the General Assembly, and advance notice was not provided to the Ohio Department of Health nor the Jackson County Health District to provide input. And with the implementation of the new sewage treatment system rules, citizens of this township will lose their say in any local matters. Whereas the citizens of this township have already have Geauga County sewage rules in effect that have been continually updated and include point-of-sale inspection program to ensure proper operation of household sewage treatment systems. Now, therefore, may it be resolved that Auburn Township, through its trustees' expressions its desire to oppose the Ohio Administrative Code, Chapter 3701-29, sewage treatment systems rules, as presented, to be imposed on the citizens of this township. And I will make a motion to start with this resolution.
Second. Yeah, just a comment would be that Bob Weisbeck now and Senator Grantel before him, Geauga County is really a small big stick in trying to beat back the state takeover of local sewage operations. And both of us had, particularly Bob now, need to be just to some letter here and after this is done, but that's all I want my own comment, and we'll let maybe us.
Oh, I'm sorry. PJ.
Yes.
White.
Yes.
Yes.
You just don't matter.
Yes, sir.
Keep saying Running for mayor.
Anything else there, Doctor?
Yes.
All right, fire away.
You gave me all the long stuff. All right. We have been given the resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor. Resolution resolved by the Board of Trustees of Auburn Township, Geauga County, Ohio, in accordance with the provisions of law, has previously adopted a tax budget for the next succeeding fiscal year commencing on January 1st, 2004. Whereas the Budget Commission of Geauga County, Ohio, has certified its action thereon to this board, and its estimate by the county auditor of rate of each necessary to be levied by this board, and what part thereof is without and what part within the 10 mil limitations. Therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of Auburn Township, Geauga County, Ohio, that the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and its certification be and the same are hereby accepted, and be it further resolved that there is hereby levied on the tax due to said township of each tax necessary to be levied within and without 10 mil limitation as follows. Okay. 2006 road and bridge levy authorized on November 8, 2011. That's exceeded 5 years. They'll be levied at 1 mil for a total of $248,712. The 2008 road and bridge levy authorized by voters on November 5th, 2013, not to exceed 5 years. 1 mil for a total of $248,712. And the 2005 road and bridge levy authorized by voters on November 2nd, 2010, not to exceed 5 years. 1 mil, and that would be $229,770. And the 2010 fire levy authorized by voters on May 4th, 2010, that's the continuing levy, 3.5 mils for a total of $870,494. And be further resolved that the fiscal officer of this board be and is hereby directed to certify a copy of this resolution to the county auditor of said county.
Prior to voting on that, do you want to just run through the appropriation?
Want to that one? We're not voting on that. We could.
Yeah, let's do that before we move on. Yes. Want to do that? Do we have a motion to adopt that resolution?
Yes.
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 I get it.
You just sign that? Okay.
I need a motion. We have temporary appropriations to carry us through the first quarter of next fiscal year. And run through these. The general fund for administration and zoning salaries and benefits. $68,750 for other costs in the general fund, administration, $12,500 for in the general fund, town halls, memorials, buildings, and grounds, $22,500 for zoning, not including funding, we're looking at $3,750 costs now including salaries. For 1,230 highways, that's our general fund, not the which I would fund $200. Cemeteries for costs, we're looking at $1,670 on the general fund, and on the general fund, finally, recreation and other, $1,750. In Fund 2011, our motor vehicle highways, expenses will be $6,250. And gas tax fund 2021, highways, we're looking at an appropriation for $37,500. Road and bridge salaries and benefits, it's 2031 through 30, $89,000. Other expenses, which include operating expenses, $206,250. And for capital outlay, that fund, $37,500. Cemetery fund for salaries, we're looking at $925. Other expenses, $1,500. Fire levy fund, we're looking at town hall and veterans grounds. Expenses for the $21,250. Fire protection, contracted services, $232,000. Bond principal payment on the fire levy fund, $38,000. We don't have the general note anymore, so that fund is zero. The land acquisition improvement fund, 4901, capital outlay, appropriation of $12,500. And in fund 4902, Auburn Township Park, capital outlay, total appropriation for temporary appropriations first quarter presented is $840,800.
Okay.
So moved.
Fred, I'm just guessing that the general note now is capital outlay or
You do have financial.
The under which
What,
under the road fund?
yeah, it used to be, the general note was, the auditor's.
Correct,
full
yeah, we
net.
moved it over.
Right, and that's represented in that capital outlay.
Yes.
So is that line going to disappear, or still just remain at zero?
It, we can take that line out. If we need like capital appropriations,
Okay, we got a motion, I'll second.
PJ?
Yes.
Yes.
And I have one more item.
All right.
I was contacted by Mr. Albert Prairie, who's on Bartholomew. And he has previously, probably the past 10 or 15 years, raised bees. And the last few years, he's had trouble with his bee colonies. He's been having colony collapse. Bees disappeared. And he contacted me in the township, called him back, and he just wants the issue made known. He's so kind as to make the information available at the meeting. He was going to come to the meeting himself, but he's got classes on Monday nights, so it conflicts with his schedule. I asked him if he, when he gets the time, to send us a letter, which I was going to pass on to the newspapers. But in the interim, I did just do a little research myself, and just found a brief explanation of what this is about. I figured just kind of read it and give you a copy for you, just put this in the minutes. It says, honeybees are disappearing across the country, putting $15 billion worth of vegetables at risk. List of crops that simply won't grow without honeybees is a long one: apples, cucumbers, broccoli, onions, pumpkins, and the list goes on. Without bees to pollinate many of our favorite fruits and vegetables, the United States could lose $15 billion worth of crops, not to mention that it would do what it would do to the diet. Beekeepers first sounded the alarm with disappearing bees in 2006. Seemingly healthy bees were simply abandoning their hives en masse, never to return. Researchers call the mass disappearance colony collapse disorder. They estimate that nearly one-third of all honeybee colonies in the country have vanished. It goes into why the bees are leaving. The main possibilities, nobody knows for sure. Pesticide exposure, invasive parasitic mites, inadequate food supply, new virus that targets bees' immune systems, and just basically more research is needed to really be done. Right now there's $20 million over the next 5 years from the U.S. Department of Agriculture looking at this problem. One thing that just struck me in another report, and they're talking about and again, this is just, they're testing it. They've done some things, but they're not absolutely sure that this is the cause. Is they're looking at the pesticides, which were imidacloprid, neonicotinoid pesticide.
Imidacloprid.
There you go. And basically, I know it's like a nicotine base. And one of the problems with this is it's a more human-safe insecticide. But once it's put on, and they said, of all the they're using a lot of this on corn, and the amount of corn that's using this is about the size of Montana to take off our corn. So it's possible there's a little bit of this stuff out there. And they said this type of pesticide, unlike the others which just goes on the leaves, this actually gets absorbed into the plant, into the pollen, which is why the bees are being affected by it. Anyway, for Mr. Curry, I just wanted to told him I'd get some information out so we'd have something that in Diane, newspaper here right now. If you like, you can give me a call, and then give you Mr. Curry's phone number. He said he would be willing to talk to any of the papers would be interested in giving some of this problem into the light of the public.
We got it right here. It's
Elbert, E-L-B-E-R-T. All right.
another pretty good sized beekeeper, Steve Keir, and he's been working on the same problem.
I talked to Elbert about it. He had talked to Jim.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right then.
Well, we did our temporary appropriations, so the only thing I have is issued warrants 1357 and 1371, totaling $9,962.37 for your approval. That's all right.
Okay. I've got a couple things here. First, we got a breakdown in Ryan's truck. Transmission went out Saturday. And unfortunately or fortunately, we had to tow it up to Jones. They took care of looking into it. We knew there was a problem with, these things are all computer driven and everything. It's a wire that malfunctioned. So it cost about $300 to fix the wire, and I was waiting for $400 for the tow. So it sounds crazy, but we escaped for under $1,000. But we do have the trucks back on the road again. truck. We have gone out and shopped all the components. We'd like to build a truck exactly like the truck we just built for Mike. And so, as far as the axle, ratings, everything, just almost an identical build. You need to buy a chassis, and we're looking at maybe 40 to 50 days for a chassis, and then of course you have to send it out for a body, and you're looking at maybe 4 months for a body. And so we'd like to consider maybe at the first meeting next year placing an order to get this truck built. So I gave you a copy of all of the specs of the axle. It's the same. It's all under the state bids. Actually, the prices we've got are under the state bids. And one of the things we were able to do, this is Emmerich's truck, and right now we have this set up with a $10,000 trade, which is probably the best trade-in we've ever received. The comments were very, very favorable when we had it evaluated. So I think there's some argument to trying to, not run this till it was just 1,000% worn out. And so the net change in cost over the last 3 years for this truck is about $300,000. So, guys, go over questions. I'll entertain them, or we'll, over the next couple of weeks, go through it and see if there's anything comes to mind that's not.
Take a look at it, but and then we trust the guy's judgment. So.
Right. Well, Mike and Mark have spent, probably the better part of the last 6 weeks interviewing all of these guys and, getting estimates, for the existing truck. And so we're talking about trying to run the agents down a little bit.
I think I want to ask, you mentioned, how do you understand that?
Well, it's very simple. Everybody on state bid is the same price. Because it's bid by the manufacturer. So now you have guys who say, well, what's your price? And so, the big difference, BJ, comes in the body, not in the cab and chassis. Although the cab and chassis, technically, you're applying the trade-in towards the cab and chassis. But Rush Truck, that's the Power City that we dealt with in the past. We would have uniformity in that international chassis. This would be the third large chassis, and the fourth, the wee truck is a little bit lighter duty than the bigger trucks. So I think we did good. Mike and not go have a hard bargain. That's that. And then, once again, what we would need to do, Fred, is we usually go like a 4-year payment, maybe one payment. That would fit in with the fact that we dropped off the payment. We'll probably look at delivery sometime after June, July. That'll take care of that. And we have spent a lot of time putting together the road program, and we're going to have a meeting here with the engineers, and then after we go into that with them, we'll bring that to the board here. Presentation. And that's about all I have there. So So the next thing I'm looking at, we have this looming Humana canal with disability.
I think we're still holding for,
Oh.
you got any additional information from?
I haven't heard of that. Yeah, I would think since it is part of the benefits package and the rest of that with the organizational agreement, that's what we're talking about.
Okay, so we'll do that then. The Christmas tree recycling program, once again, is going to be operating, and we'll take the trees from the 25th to the 31st, bring them up to the township garage, stands, ornaments, and lights. And
Grinch is gonna take the Christmas tree down.
you never know.
You should see our tree on the 26th.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that yank those down.
Like set up a tree like middle of November.
You're just getting it up. So, and that's been, we've probably done that, the last 6-7 years.
We were the first ones on top of that, actually. We kind of pilot program for getting that done.
Okay, and we handled the contract here with the fire department, so we've got the resolution. I guess that's the next item that's on the list here. And Nancy actually did quite a, working with the road guys who are the user of those items. We kind of had some issues, and so she went out and did a little investigating and costing, and it looks like that we could do a reduction in cost by going with coin. And interestingly enough, there's an additional thing that they will supply with no extra cost, and that would be the 2 jackets. So that would be a very pretty nice thing to have. And so the guys will all come through everything. Everybody's happy. So it looks like it's a point.
Yeah, 20% cheaper and a little bit more
Yeah.
space. Nancy does a good job of shopping around. We talked about this before with some folks that have been here with garbage pickup and various things that it just pays the check.
Is that a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, sir.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Public comment? Yes.
Yes, would you clarify the proposal before you start this in? What is this for?
Uniforms.
For uniforms. So it's just uniforms, and then out of the order, 2 jackets get thrown in, or I'm misunderstanding?
Daily.
Yes, they didn't have jackets before, now they've got shirts, pants, and jackets.
Okay, so the official uniform is pants and jacket. Okay. And what is the contract?
48.
48, and what was it last?
$48.48.
Per week. Per week, okay. And if I could ask the Rose service, how much that was per week?
Okay, we do have one interview we have to conduct. So I'll make a motion that we go into an executive session to interviewing the zoning board applicant.
I'll second that motion, and there'll be no continued business after the meeting.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.